On the topic of switching English writing to my new English alphabet, purposely designed for English writing to make it easier to read, the commenter has suggested it would take trillions of dollars for a rather vague and uncertain benefit far off in the future. Now, I disagree with both sides of that. Now, because of their job, they have some idea of cost, but I don't really understand how you would get to trillions of dollars. Like, I know it's going to take time. There's going to be a transition. I'm not suggesting we completely change everything tomorrow. There's already places like Kazakhstan that are changing their alphabet for like the second time in a century. And if they can do it, surely the US and English-speaking countries can do it too. And maybe you know a bit more about this, but if there's any kind of actual breakdown that looks at the costs of potentially replacing an alphabet or analyzes the costs when other countries do it, that'd be really cool to actually look at. But in my mind, which is admittedly not super knowledgeable on cost of this, it seems like the biggest out-of-pocket costs would be things like replacing physical signage like road signs, but a lot of that stuff gets replaced periodically anyway. Like the signs wear down, they fade, so they need to put new signs up. And for those replacements that go up in the middle of transition, we can use signs that use both scripts. Like this isn't uncommon to see in certain parts of the world, especially touristy areas. And I don't think the benefits are vague and uncertain. Like I mentioned, other places have done it many times. Like we know what comes of it. And perhaps you've heard that thing about 1/5 of Americans being illiterate. You can see me talk about it in this video. It's in my American Stuff playlist. Here's the date. That figure comes from a study looking at the economic advantage of increasing literacy. And there's research that shows that languages with more confusing spelling, like English, have higher and stronger effects of dyslexia. Yes, of course there's costs involved, especially when creating an entirely new orthography. But if that orthography would help people read better, there's research that already shows that improving literacy in regions could help them increase their GDP by massive percentages. And this was just based on getting level 3 proficient, which was like the middle of the test. They specifically said the largest metro areas in the US would stand to gain around or above 10% of their GDP by improving literacy. Just improving literacy a little bit, and a better alphabet can do that. I also think we don't need to dismiss things because they're far off benefits. Like we can do things that are long-term advantages. In the modern world, we want to see results, right? But there is still a lot to be gained by doing things for future generations. Like I understand it's going to take a long transitional period, but I also don't think it's going to be that hard for modern generations to learn and switch to this anyway. The first time I gave an example paragraph in my alphabet, I didn't say what it meant. I challenged people to read and decode it, and people did that, even correcting my mistakes, because it was so easy to learn that they felt confident in their understanding of the alphabet to know that I made an error, instead of just assuming that they were wrong with a new alphabet they just learned. So I still like this idea.